Hi students, myself Anju. Today for grade 8 students we are going to start our textbook classes. In this we are going to start our chapter 1 which is rational numbers. Here today we are going to only deal with the introductory part. Okay? Today we are going to start our NCERT textbook chapters. So first chapter is about the rational numbers. Okay, you can take that chapter 1 in your NCERT textbook. So in rational numbers, in introduction part, they didn't directly give about the rational numbers. Actually what they have given, what is meant by natural numbers, then what is meant by whole numbers, then what is meant by integers, then only they gave what is meant by rational numbers. Actually they have all recalled whatever you have learnt in your previous grades. Okay, now I will also give a small outline about what is meant by natural number, whole number, integers. Then I'll come to and I'll explain you what is meant by rational numbers. Okay, so now first comes our natural numbers. Okay, this is our first number which was introduced, which is otherwise called as counting numbers. Okay, this is also called as counting numbers. Okay, now the natural numbers are denoted by a letter capital N. Okay, then it starts from 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Therefore, it has smallest natural number as 1 and greatest natural number we don't know, and it goes on. Therefore, natural numbers are infinite. Okay, and it is counting. We can count. It is countable because you can count it 1, 2, 3 like that. You can count it, but it is infinite because it has no end. So here we are only dealing with 1, 2, 3, 4. So sometimes we are in need of 0. So when we are in need of 0, the next came introduced. It was introduced, which is called as whole numbers. Okay, we can't even manage with 1, 2, 3, etc. So we are in need of one new number called 0. That time the new number got introduced called as whole numbers. So whole numbers, what letter you will be denoting? Capital W. Okay. So the whole number starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. 4, etc. Okay. This is also countable, like we can count each and every numbers, but it is infinite. Okay. So here we don't have 0. So we are in need of 0. That time we introduce a new number called whole numbers. That is called as 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. Which means it is a combination of natural numbers and 0. Understood? It is a combination of natural numbers and 0. Next comes our integers. Okay. In whole numbers, we are only dealing with positive numbers. So, for every good, there is an evil. That you know, right? So, for every positive, something will be negative. So, we are in need of something negative. So, there comes a new introduction of numbers called integers. Okay, there is a new introduction of numbers called integers. That number is denoted by a letter capital Z. Okay, so I told you integers will have both positive as well as negative. So, integers will looks like this. So, integers will have positive side as well as negative side. Here, we are just only dealing with positive numbers, but since we are in need of something negative, we came into an introduction of a new number called integers. Okay, that is a combination of bigger collection of positive or whole numbers and negative numbers. Okay, for every positive there will be negative in integers. Okay, this is also infinite and it is countable. Okay, here what we have, positive numbers like 1, 2, 3 are positive numbers. 0 will be having like as usual in whole numbers. Then -1, -2, -3 etc. is called our negative numbers. So every positive there will be a negative. So for that negative introduction part we introduced a numbers called integers. Okay, now all we are dealing with 1, 2, 3, 45 like that and all. If something like 45 by 2, 75 by 3 like that numbers come, that is also numbers, right? So that type of numbers come, what you will do? So that time there comes a new introduction of numbers called rational number, which is the topic for this chapter. Okay, rational numbers. Okay, I told you like we are dealing with like 1, 2, 3, 10, 100 like that and all, we are dealing with numbers. But if we want some numbers like 73 by 2, 25 by 3 like that and all, if you are dealing with, we are in need of another one number. That number is called as rational numbers. Okay, the rational numbers are denoted by capital Q. Okay, capital Q. Understood what is meant by rational numbers? See this, I'll read the definition of rational numbers so that you can get a clear idea about it. A number which can be written in the form P by Q. See how it is how we are writing? P by Q, where P comma Q are integers. Okay, where this P value and Q value will be integers, and Q is not equal to 0, where our denominator will not be 0 always. Because any number if you divide by 0, which means 3 by 0 I am writing, listen, this is not defined. Okay, it is not defined. So any number except 0, if you are dividing by 0, it is not defined. So Q is not defined. Understood? So number which can be written in the form P by Q, where P and Q are integers, then Q is not equal to 0. We are saying that P by Q format numbers as rational numbers. Okay. Now I will give you few examples for rational numbers. Okay. Example is, how it should be rational numbers? P, it is a format of P by Q, right? So I can take 3 by 2 is one of the rational number, because 3 is also integer, 2 is also integer, and here the denominator is not equal to 0. So 3 by 2 is our rational numbers. And one more example, -4 by 5. Okay, here -4 is a negative integer, 5 is a positive integer. So both are integers and denominator is not equal to 0. Okay, next, -7 by -2. So here -7 is also an integer, -2 is also an integer. Both are negative integers. Okay, that no problem. Both rational numbers can both be positive as well as negative. Okay, only fractions should be positive. Okay, always our fractions should be positive. Fraction is also like numerator and denominator. It will be containing both numerator as well as denominator. But fractions are always positive. Rational numbers can either be positive or be negative. Okay, both can be. Okay, so -7 by -2 is a rational number because it is a negative integer. This is also a negative integer and denominators are not equal to 0. Next, -3 by 1, which can be written as -3. Any number divided by 1 is that number, you will write it. I have taught you about the properties, no? In the properties it will be there. Okay, -3 by 1. So -3 by 1 is -3. So -3 is also a rational number, or you can write -3 by 1. Here -3 is one rational number, 1 is one rational number. Okay, then 4 by 1. Okay, that can be written as 4, right? So 4 by 1 is our rational number because 4 is one integer, 5 is one integer, so 1 is one integer. Okay, you can write 0 by 5 which is equal to 0, right? 0 is one integer because it is a combination of a whole number and a negative number. So 0 comes in integer and 5 also comes in integer. But 5 by 0 is not defined. It is not a rational number. Understood? It is not a rational number. But 0 by 5 is rational number. Understood? Understood clear? Can you able to understand the concept clearly? Next, these are the basic criteria you should know while using the rational numbers. Okay, so for sometimes you can say you should know what is the difference between fraction and a rational number. Okay, you might have learnt in your last grade, but I am recalling it again. Fraction and rational number. Okay, fraction is also numerator by denominator. Okay, rational is also P by Q format. Okay, but here numerator and denominator are positive. Okay, but here P by Q are either positive or negative. Okay, here numerator and denominator only, it will be in the fractions also, but numerator and denominator here also positive you will use, here also you will use positive. But in rational numbers it will be like P by Q format where P and Q are either positive or negative, which means this is a fraction. Okay, this is a fraction as well as it is rational number. Okay, it is a fraction also, it is a rational number also. But this is a purely, it is rational number, it is not a fraction because it contains negative sign. It can be rational numbers. Okay, then this is a rational number. This can be a fraction. Okay, understood? So every fraction is a rational number. Every fraction is a rational number, but every rational is not fraction. Rational is not fraction. This is a very important note to be taken down. Okay, so but every rational number is not a fraction. Understood? See, in the next page they have given the closure property. Okay, not only for rational numbers, they have given from the beginning, so we have to recall from the beginning itself. Okay, so first the property which they have given is closure property. That is obviously that is your first property of numbers, right? So here first property for whole numbers, we are going to read it. We have to check it for whole numbers. So you can inside you can write what is the whole number, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Okay, this is a whole number, right? So closure property first under addition. I think so these property all you have learnt in your refreshing class sessions, but again I'll recall it. Okay, in addition, if you are adding two whole numbers, two whole numbers, 1 plus 2, you are getting 3. 3 is also a whole number. So closure property is satisfied under addition for whole numbers. Okay, so if I am adding two whole number, I am getting again a whole number. Okay, next subtraction. Okay, for subtraction I am taking two whole numbers and I am going to subtract it. See, 1 minus 2. 1 minus 2 minus 1. Minus 1 is not a whole number. So if you subtract two whole numbers, my answer won't be a whole number. So whole numbers are not satisfied for subtraction for closure properties. Okay, whole numbers are not closed under subtraction. Okay, so that's why I am putting cross here. In addition, it is satisfied, so I am putting tick. Okay, next multiplication. Here also I am taking any two whole number. Our answer should be a whole number. Then it is closed under multiplication. That is our property. So I am taking any two. So 1 into 2. 1 into 2, 2. 1 is also a whole number, 2 is also a whole number. My answer is also a whole number. So if you multiply two whole numbers, my answer will be a whole number. So whole numbers are closed under multiplication. Okay. Next, subtraction. Not subtraction, sorry. Next is division. Okay, next is division. Here also I am going to divide two whole numbers. So dividing two whole number like 3 divided by 2. Okay, if you divide 3 by 2, it will be like a fraction. Whether this fraction is in whole number set? No, because P by Q format is a rational number. So it does not belongs to whole number. So it does not satisfy for division. So whole numbers are not closed under division. Understood what is the closure property? So whole numbers are closed under addition. Whole numbers are not closed under subtraction. Whole numbers are closed under multiplication. Whole numbers are not closed under division. Next page they have given the closure property for integers. Okay. So integers will have both positive as well as negative. Okay, that you keep it in your mind. Now we are going to take for addition. We are going to solve it for addition. Okay. Okay, now addition. Addition, so what you are going to do? I am going to take any two integers and I am going to add it. So my answer should be an integer. Then it is closed under addition. That is a property, right? So I am taking two integers. See, minus 2 plus 4. Here minus 2 is one integer, 4 is one integer. This is one negative integer, this is one positive integer. Okay. So minus 2 plus 4. So different sign I am going to subtract it. 4 minus 2, 2 plus 2. Whether plus 2 is an integer? Yes, plus 2 is integer. So integers are closed under addition. Okay. Next, it is closed under addition. Next is your subtraction. While doing this operation, all you should know, you should recall your basic operations in integers. Okay, plus into minus, that the rule I have given, no, that all you should recall, only then you can do these problems. Next, under subtraction, again I am going to take two integers, minus 2 subtraction 4. Okay, minus 2 is one integer, 4 is one integer. This is negative integer, this is positive integer. I am going to subtract it. This is a subtraction. Okay, now minus 2 minus 4 it will become, because here plus sign, so minus into plus minus. So minus 2 minus 4 minus 6. Whether minus 6 is an integer? So if you subtract two integers, answer will be an integer. Okay, so it is closed under subtraction. Integers are closed under subtraction. Next, multiplication. Okay, now I am going to multiply two integers, minus 2 into 4. Minus into plus, minus 2 into 4, 8. Okay, so answer is minus 8. If I am multiplying two integers, my answer will be an integer. Therefore, integers are closed under multiplication. So this property also it satisfies. Next, our division. Okay, I am going to divide two integers. See now, minus 2 divided by 4. Okay, so what it will become? Minus 2 by 4. Whether this minus 2 by 4 is in this set? No, because here only like 1, 2, 3, like that only it is there. It is not in the denominator format. It is like a rational number. Rational numbers are not in integers. Okay, so this is not an integer. This is not an integer. Therefore, division is not closed, which means integers are not closed under division. So, integers are closed under addition. Integers are closed under subtraction. Integers are closed under multiplication. Integers are not closed under division. Now, this is the main topic in this chapter, which is rational numbers. Okay. So, rational numbers, actually for addition we are taking. Okay. For addition. Okay. What we have to do? We have to take any two rational numbers and we have to add those two rational numbers. So we should get our answer as rational numbers. That is the concept here. Listen. Minus 1 by 2 plus 3 by 2. Minus 1 by 2 is one rational number, right? 3 by 2 is also a rational number, right? So you will add those two. While adding, what you will do? You will see whether our denominators are same. Here our denominators are same. So we can put the denominator as such. Next, minus 1 plus 3, right? Minus 1 plus 3. Now, minus 1 plus 3, what is the answer? 2 by 2, which is equal to 1 by 1. Right? 1 is a rational number, right? 1 by 1 is a rational number, right? So, if you add any two rational number, my answer will be a rational number. So, rational numbers are closed under addition. Okay? If you add any two rational number, even if the denominators say a different thing will be there, no, different rational numbers will be there, no, that time if you take LCM and if you make them same and if you do the calculation also, my answer will be our rational numbers. Okay? Next, subtraction. 4 by 2 minus 3 by 2. 4 by 2 is one rational number, 3 by 2 is one rational number. I am going to subtract these two. So, what is here? Denominators are same. 2 I am putting, then 4 minus 3. So, what is the answer? 4 minus 3? 1 by 2. Whether 1 by 2 is a rational number? Yes. So, rational numbers are closed under subtraction also. Okay. Next, our multiplication. I am taking two rational numbers here. Minus 1 by 2 into 3 by 4. Okay. This is two rational numbers, right? This is with a positive sign, with this negative sign. This is with a positive sign. So what you will do? Minus 1 into 3, minus 3. 2 into 4, 8. Okay. Minus 1 into 3, minus 3. 2 into 4, 8. Minus 3 by 8 is also a rational number. So rational numbers are closed under multiplication. Next comes our division. Okay. Till now we were discussing about whole numbers and integers, right? In that all, division is not satisfied under closed, okay, closure property. But in rational numbers, it will be satisfied. See how it is. Division, I am going to divide two rational numbers. See 1 by 2, so 2 by 4, division 1 by 3. Okay, this is one rational number, division, another one rational number, right? So, how to do division in fractions, how you will usually do? This division will become multiplication and it will become reciprocal, 3 by 1, right? This division will become multiplication and 1 by 3 will become 3 by 1. After this division sign, what number it is there, that you are going to reciprocate it. Okay, this one you don't reciprocate, child. This only you will reciprocate. Now, minus 2 into 3, minus 6. 4 into 1, 4. So, this is also a rational number. So, if you divide two rational numbers, you will get the answer. So, you can also solve this also. Like minus 3 by 2, which is the simplest form of minus 6 by 4. Like that also you can do. This is also a rational number. Okay, so rational numbers are always closed under division also. So, rational number satisfies all the four conditions under closure property. Okay, understood, children?
Today in this session, we have dealt with what is meant by natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, and our basic topic today is about rational numbers and the closure property for all those numbers, whether it is satisfied under addition, subtraction, multiplication and division or not. Actually, in this, our rational numbers only satisfied for addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So, please go through each and every line in your textbook and underline the important things which I have taught you. And you can solve sums related to closure property for all those problems which I have taught you. Understood, children? Thank you.